Bink, baby, how about you? Come on. Let me just make sure we're up and running on here. 1 second, folks. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go, here we go. Bring it on home. There it is. Good, good, good. All right, we're up. Make sure my volume's off. Yep, good.
10:01.
10:01. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Happy Oyster Show. I am Bart Burke, your host. And, of course, we got Freddie the Angry Bayman. We got all kinds of good stuff. There's so much going on this week, or this time of the year around here. It is absolutely cuckoo. Skipper T cannot be here today. Skipper T is under the weather. How about a little quickie, a thumbs up and a happy get well soon, Tony Joe? We got a little flu in the house. How many people are you dealing with the flu? This thing's loose. Hang on. The flu. Alexandra started to get the flu last Saturday. Or last Sunday. Good morning, Jimmy Frozen. Oh, now he's going, I'm setting up the camera to over here, and now he's going over there, man. It's like Jiminy Crickets. He doesn't quite get it, does he?
I gotta get to it.
Yeah. Oh, look, he's coming up with the Freddie the Angry Bayman's got angry glasses now.
$550, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I can see.
Yeah, he can see. All right, so back to the deal. So Sunday.
No, I'm really dangerous.
Sunday, Alex feeling a little nasty. She got nasty. She got worse. Then Tony Joe starts feeling it. Now Tony Joe she's out of commission, man. She is laid out, done, finished, out of commission. Alexandra is on the mend. She's actually getting going again, but she's weak and beat up, and the flu, and the more flu. So that brings yours truly, another member of the household who shares all the same shit and drinks all the same,
Touches the door handle.
I got a little sniffle going on. I'm feeling a little cold. This is about 2 days ago. Then yesterday, I said to Fred, Fred, I hope I'm not getting sick. And then he says, oh, you gotta get this. Fred, he said, he thinks he knows every damn thing. So I says, Fred, what are you talking about? He said, oh, whoa. My girlfriend told me about this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, really? Well, what do you do with it? So anyway, make a long story short, I says, what the hell? Let's go try it. He says, it's expensive, man. You better be ready to pay. You gotta pay. But again, expensive to Freddie is $5, all right? I mean, so I'm like, how expensive could it be? It is pretty expensive for what it is. This is the stuff right here.
It works.
Okay? It comes in these little packets like this. Now, mind you, I'll show you what's going on. They're little packets. Okay? And it's some kind of, it's made out of duck heart and duck liver. Let me tilt this up a little bit.
It's little BBs that you dissolve.
It's little BBs that you put in your mouth. Little BBs. Can you see it?
They're sweet. They taste like sugar.
Okay. And there's about 1 million of them in there, and you just throw the whole thing in your mouth like that, and you let them dissolve in your mouth, and you take one of these every 6 hours. So I proceeded to start this yesterday. I had another one today. And they give you 2 doses, and it's about $12. So like I said, two days worth is $12. I don't know. I'm not incapacitated. I was sleeping with Tony Joe in the same bed for up until 2 days ago. I bailed. I had to bail. I had to bail out of there, man. You know what I mean, Fred? Oh, yeah. I saw her going downhill. I'm like, I'm out of here, man. I had put Alexandra and her in the same bed, and then proceeded to play nursemaid all week long. But I had a great week. I had buttered toast. Yeah, I want buttered toast. I'd be down here working in the garage. I get a phone call. It's my wife upstairs. Can you bring me a buttered toast? I'm like, sure. What am I? Stop everything. Whatever. That's what it is. That's what it takes. You know what? I don't mind. I really don't. I love her to death. All right. Year in review. It is our 1 year anniversary.
I've been taking that shit for 20 years and it works.
I got the flu shot. You get the flu shot?
No, I never got the flu shot. I think it's a government conspiracy.
Bullshit. He sounds like my asshole brother-in-law. Government conspiracy. I want to get you two together, man. That would be a hell of a one. All right, moving on. Year in review. Today is our 1-year anniversary for being on YouTube as the Happy Oyster. Approximately, it's about 10-year anniversary that we've been on YouTube. Our old channel, Bike Man For You, and I have a lot of you guys are coming from the Bike Man For You, as well as we've had quite a few new ones. Which brings me to...
They're still on my Facebook page too, which I don't mind.
He's got some Facebook friends from Bike Man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So we went, what was that? Oh, subscribers. I was really trying to make 1,000 subscribers in a year. I was trying really hard. And there was a lot of stuff going on, and you know, you gotta have content, and it was really, really easy for me to just put on the camera on Saturday, shoot it out, shoot the shit for a half an hour, and call it a day and walk away. And not have to do any maintenance, nothing to the YouTube channel, just let it rip. And listen on the phone. This is what I've done this past year. And it's been okay. We are not monetized. I am not advertising anything with Google. I am not doing that. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I do recommend that everybody subscribe because once we hit 1,000, we are then eligible for Pay-a-thon. Pay-a-thon is a pay per another side of extracurricular, double action behind the scenes type of subscription service that we're thinking about maybe doing for $1 a month. We need the funding for some camera for stuff. We're gonna put all of that money, again, there's a couple, it's just like the last time around, guys, but it's better. It's gonna be better than the Bike Man For You because we're running 2 businesses. We got a media channel and we got the oyster farm. And guys, we're having a blast.
We want to get a drone for the boat.
We do. We want to get a drone. We want that 360 camera. We want, depending upon, again, if you generate enough revenue, then you can hire more people. Right now we're running Fred and I, that's it, boom, and there's no outcast of labor or this or that. There is no labor. It would be really nice to be able to have a hired hand, especially on the media side. Because the media side is what drives a lot of businesses, and we'll get into more about that later. But whatever, I could go on and on and on about media and how to market and how to brand. What is the difference between a brand and a logo? Comment below. Next, last week, Cornell, we went, Cornell Cooperative Extension, Greg Rivera, gave a talk at the Riverhead Library in regards to permitting process, and the DEC happened to be there. The DEC head dude for the sector, his name is Wade Carden. Really nice guy. I like the guy. Soft-spoken, low-key. The guy's cool. They're working on a speedier process, and I am all for that. We still have not received our DEC permit, but we are days away. I do believe we are days away. I'm not gonna, days. I got a sense, because of the fact that we've been emailing back and forth, and there's been some address discrepancies because I moved, because it's been so long between A and B, and blah, 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 blah. But regardless, I think we're days away. And if we can do anything to help the process for other oyster farmers, I'm all in, okay? So that's kind of one of the reasons, again, my permits have already been in, but it was an opportunity for me, and this is important, to go and meet other oyster farmers, other new guys that are coming in, again, to put Long Island on the map. That is the bottom line. It's not about making money. It's about making Long Island oyster central, okay? That is the ultimate goal. It's really not about money anymore. It's about having fun. It's about having fun, being happy, and then money just comes automatically if those things are in what would you call it? Sync. I like that.
We hope.
So Wade, we saw him, we talked to him a little bit, and then after that, Greg put on a little thing about pests and problems and stuff like that, and then other oyster farmers started to file in and ask some questions. And again, it was a really nice open discussion. It was something that I think should be happening twice a year for all oyster farmers or potential oyster farmers or anybody that wants to even just mingle with some oyster farmers or anything to the degree thereof, again, but channeled towards that oyster farmer, not the public. But I thought it was awesome. All right, so year in review, I got anything else? 800, and we didn't quite make it. 850 subscribers is where we made it. on our subscriber base. We did not make it quite, or 840 or 820 or something like that.
When the boat gets in the water, we'll get 8,000.
Well, there's going to be a lot more subscribers coming on because, Fred, in the last month, I started to push it a little bit, and we started that vlog thing a little bit, and we started showing that, and I started to show some interest. Again, it's been freezing cold. I can't get outside. We got the cage thing under control. We know how we can make it. We know what it takes to make a cage. We know how long it takes. We know how much money it takes. We know everything for one guy. So if I double that, I can cut the time in half. So cages are not a problem. We got that down. We got, what other problems do we have this year that we've gone through that we've really, really ironed out? I got a big one coming up for you, if you didn't notice by the thumbnail. T-shirts. T-shirts, T-shirts, T-shirts. We got Bluffsy coming up. We got some other new stuff coming up. We are very, very excited and very, very pumped. Putting in 2 days a week up at the Cornell Cooperative as well to give back to the Oyster community, to help. I'm working with Brian Parker over there. We're raising some, I'm kind of in the nursery, not necessarily the hatchery, but the nursery. That's where you take care of the little itty bitty guys. And somebody asked before, how do they mate or how do they reproduce? The oyster sits in the thing and you get it warmed up and you screw with it and make it feel like it's spring. And he spews out, the male ones spew out a white stuff and it just constantly, the females, it just kind of like a white milky substance just spews out. And the males come out and it spurts. Again, a white milky substance, and it kind of mixes around and it produces larvae. That's how it's done. Bing, bing, bing. There's a lot more complications than that, but that's just the basics. And then they swim around. They swim around for about 3 weeks. Then they want to go and they want to find something to attach to.
They want these stickers.
They want some stickers? Yeah, that's coming, man. Those are iron-on transfers, by the way. They're not stickers, but we'll get to that. So where was I? Oh, so they swim around for 3 weeks. You feed them algae and blah, blah, blah. And then they look for something to attach to, such as a grain of sand, a piece of shell, or whatever. They might put on an extra shell they called spat-on shell, where they put little baby oysters and they go all over things. And they put that out in the reef. They're not for harvest. They're not for anything. They're just to clean. To clean and to be good for the environment. Spat-on shell.
They attach with a filament to whatever.
And then
rock shells.
And then they start to build up that and meat and boom, 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 boom. It's amazing how quick that these guys can do this in such a short period of time. We're talking about 10 months, maybe 10 to 12 months, possibly. The fast growers.
They fuse together in clumps and form a reef.
Yeah.
You know.
Freddie goes wild. Now, there's a difference between farm raised and wild.
Wild,
they set in clumps and they grow straight up. You can't walk on the damn things because it's like razors, man. It's like razor sharp.
Right.
And then you would grab these clumps and you take a special hammer and you bust them off. Sometimes you might kill one because it opens up. Yeah. Sometimes you don't, and sometimes you get really nice ones. Sometimes you get really ugly ones. But you know, it is what it is. Right. And that's the deal with spat and how they reproduce.
Right.
Okay.
They'll sit on poles, bulkheads, rocks. Bottom.
Some of the hatcheries, underneath the dock at the hatchery, you know, it's like, you know, it's crazy. Which is kind of one of our ideas is that maybe some of our slow growers, instead of dealing with the labor that it takes to continue to nurture those slow growers, if we could purchase seed cheap enough and have it, a lot of it, okay? Here's our theory now. Again, I could be way off base here, guys, but again, I'm a businessman before I'm an oyster farmer.
No, it'll work.
We buy boatloads of seed at itty-bitty size, and we raise that up, and we just harvest, just keep culling off the big stuff.
The good ones.
But, you're going to be bad to the little ones. No, we're going to let them go for a little bit. We're going to keep track of them. We're going to nurture them a little bit. Maybe not as much as those fast growers are. But the little ones, will kind of nurture them wrong until they get a little bit big enough to be able to
throw them on the bottom.
Throw them on the bottom. Yeah. Take the fast growers, use those for your cocktails, and use your fast growers for your meaties, or your slow growers for your meaty big boys. Obviously, it's probably going to take a year, maybe 18 months or so for those ones to get mature.
Right.
But the deal is that they're not going to have to come on board.
You get a little less money for them, but it won't be no work involved.
Exactly. So this is kind of the business plan here. I'm sharing it. I am being totally transparent with how our process is going to be.
They tell me you can winch the dredge up too if you own them.
Yeah. It's a farm. This is your spot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just
but
farming.
you don't have to conform to DEC regulation for wild catch. You can actually use a winch to bring the dredge on board.
That is correct.
Right. So
right. For oysters.
Right. So that makes almost all the work go away.
Right.
Right.
So again, I don't know. Is it going to work? Somebody commented earlier that said it's funny how they're not quite sure if it's going to work or if they're doubtful or this or that.
No, I'm not doubtful in the least.
I'm not doubtful either. I know it's going to work, but how well can we make it work? That is the question. How fast, how quick can we get that to market?
And the only risk involved is if they all croak.
If they all croak.
That's the only real risk. If they all croak, that's a risk.
Now,
but here's the thing: if we get them for free, it's
well,
not.
When you say relatively,
well,
itty bitty pennies.
If we get the little tiny ones for nothing, almost nothing, of course, and we grow them up and they croak, then we're not losing any investment. If we buy $7,000 worth of seed and they croak in a month, we're screwed.
That's $7 grand you're out. But
right.
again, we
the
can
other
spend.
way, you're not really out.
Well, $7 grand at 100,000 or $7 grand for $1 million, or not quite $1 million, This is the theory. We'll see what happens. The other thing, though, Fred, you're forgetting is labor, gas, all that other shit that goes along with it, insurance.
Right. They're not going to croak.
So, no, I don't think they're going to croak. I mean, we got, there's some guys out there, and again, we're all together in it together. And if the community stays together and the community has a communication, there should be no problem. And again, you get what you put into it. We're into it, man. We're going all the way, man. There's no turning back.
I've taken them from Mecox and put them in other places of the bay, and I've never had them croak. So
now again, that's wild stuff. We're pushing the limits, Fred. We're going to push the limits to make these things grow fast. They might, who knows about their immune system? There's a lot of things going on.
Without even touching them, they never croak. So
right.
Yeah.
All right. So that brings on to the next thing of what we learned this week. Again, it was a little chilly this week. I've been dealing with nursemaid and blah 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 and whatnot. I did manage to get up to Cornell twice this week.
We learned how to make T-shirts.
We learned how to make T-shirts. Yeah, baby. We learned how to do a screen print. Let me back it up over here for a minute. We'll turn this around a little bit, give you the full Monty of what's going on. Down here. Boom, boom, boom. That should work. Is that good? Yeah. All right. Boom. This is a screen print. It's called a well. This is homemade. This is a homemade frame with Walmart fabric. The fabric is a silk. We stretch it over the top. We staple it down. And then we go get special glop. Special glop is a photo emulsion, blah, 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 blah. You spread it on here. You let it dry. You got to keep it dark because it's like a negative, like a, what do you call that thing? An enlarger. An enlarger for photos, okay? So now, you have this thing. It's all flat green. It doesn't have the imprint on there yet, right? You take that, you bring that, you put it over here underneath the light. Light is 18 inches away, and it's going to burn for approximately 5 minutes. What do you mean burn? Okay, you ask, you shall see. Here's the way, where is my eat me? There it is. Here's the eat me. Hashtag eat me. We talked about the space in between. I don't want to hear any comments. It was quite a battle between my own brain. I decided to put the space in. Hashtag eat. Boom. Good enough, man. If they get into hashtag eat, I know they're gonna find me. That make sense? Eat me. A lot of people don't know what a hashtag is. They'll be like, oh, where's the space? I don't know. Eat me. This is a clear screen. Eat me. This goes on to here like that. Goes underneath here. Leave it on for 5 minutes. Boom. This comes off. This goes to wash. We wash this off. And this washes away. Everything else is exposed. Bada boom. You can see through this, I think. You see what I'm talking about? How cool is that? Cool, right? All right. So now you want it a little bit cleaner, you want it a little crisper, you want more detail, you want this, you want that. Okay, no problem. What do? You go to Staples, and you ask Staples to make you a transparent sheet. Boom. Now I use a transparent sheet on top of that with my glass on top of that, not with the eat me part, just a plain clear glass to be hold on. Boom. Works pretty good, guys. All right? Then you proceed to this little motion here. Okay, this is going to be a two-color thing, all right? Bada boom, bada boom. This is going on to here like this. The t-shirt goes on to that, on here. Bloop. This goes over, squeegee goes on, ink goes on, squeegee goes over. This comes off. My other one's going to come up onto here. The next color, bloop, bloop. T-shirt comes off, next. In a past life, my past life of Bike Man for You, I used to have to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for sweatshirts and t-shirts and all of that kind of stuff. And then somebody would say, oh, I want a t-shirt, Bike Man. And yeah, all right, what size? Oh, I'm a 4X. Oh, sugar. I don't have 4X in stock. I'm going to have to order that. Call up the guy. Oh, yeah, Bart, hey, yeah, good talking to you. Yeah, where you been? Yeah, I'm going to need a minimum of 12. Oh. So now what do you do? You know, so I was like slave to the, I'm fine on stock. I got plenty of stock, but now I got to order 12 more shirts. Time value of money, a whole nother ball game. Inventory control, a whole nother ball game. Just in time inventory, a whole nother ball game. I mean, there's all kinds of things that I have learned in the past that I am like, uh-oh, this time it ain't gonna happen. We're gonna have a jig, we're gonna have it set up, we're gonna have it ready to rock and roll with our logo, and we can make it, and we can put it on anything. You want to put it on a baby's onesie, one of those little things that you give away at like showers or something? Boom. All right? Anybody and everybody, personal friends of mine, okay, for the next years are going to get...
I am a flu survivor.
She's a survivor. She just poked her head out. Go away.
Go away.
Yeah, go away. Don't get her young. Go get better all the way. Where was I? Oh, baby onesies, hats, blah, 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 blah. So I'm very excited about that. Now let's just say we had a little promotion or this or that, and we wanted to bang out 100 t-shirts. We can do that and give them away. How much are t-shirts? 3 for $10. So $3 a piece. $3 a piece. Now, you can make your own for $3 a piece. Have a couple of sizes here. Somebody comes by, here, you give them that. Anybody that comes to visit you, you should be giving them something, all right? I feel guilty. I had AJ and Marcus, I really didn't give them anything except a couple of business cards, you know? Very, very, you will make such a lasting impression when a visitor comes to you and you give them something. A t-shirt, you know, it will look very professionally made. I guarantee you it's going to come out. And that's it. Where are we? So, t-shirts.
Arrow directional lights for Bart's truck.
Yeah, well, we're kind of restoring them a little bit. These
Very hard to find.
These are cool. We found this in Freddie's. Now we're moving on to Freddie's inventory of junk, and I started to restore this a little, just clean it up a little bit actually. Yeah. So I cleaned this up really nice, and this is like the lens. This is still all original. What year is this, Fred, again?
I think they're from the 40s into the 50s.
So this is going to be really cool on the Model A when they get done, whenever that is. Someday. But I got it all together, and I kind of figured out how to take it apart and all of that stuff. Freddie was showing me and whatnot. Freddie's a wealth of knowledge, man. From flues to anything else. He's got a lot of shit in his brain that we've been working on.
Yeah, we're gonna show him the cutter.
Oh, Connor, Freddie's up. Freddie's turn. Freddie, come on. Oh yeah, he had a little
yard sale.
Yard sale, fine.
Well, flea market.
Same thing.
Very cool.
All right, let me turn this around. Oh, I can do this, right? Boom. Calvin was trying to figure out something there.
I found this hole punch set this week, and it's kind of unusual because they're huge.
Most of the ones that you see are like up to 1/2 inch. These are really big ones. And I don't have them. They're actually leather punches or gasket punches. And I'll show you how they work.
They're not super sharp.
They don't have to be. They're imperative. You have to have these to make any kind of like quality gaskets.
Boom. And it's clean. That hole is really clean.
Perfect.
Really, it is like.
Perfect hole.
So you could do it in leather. You could do it in
Gasket material.
cork.
Yeah, pretty much anything you want.
Soft. I mean, not big stuff.
They'll cut copper.
Oh, you think it'll do? Like a copper sheet.
Copper sheet. I didn't hit it hard enough, but you can get the idea.
That's a wimpy ass hammer too.
Yeah, not.
And that table isn't that great.
Pressure. But anyway, these are a bunch of big guys, and they're
Huge.
They're gonna help me out when I'm having to make some kind of weird stuff.
Bada boom.
There we go.
Hole punches.
You don't see them big ones like that ever.
Next, what else we got for us? Well, how long have we been on? Oh, 26 minutes already. We're coming close to the end, Fred. Nice. I didn't expect that. Turn this around. Boom. Do I have any more Bike Man shirts? No, I don't. I only have certain ones that are locked up in the archives. The archives.
I have two. I can't wear them because I won't say it.
That's good. I'm glad. We can't wear our old collars because people just don't leave you alone.
You can't wear them around town.
Yeah. Supposedly the hardware store is going to start fixing bicycles. By the way.
They want to know about did the deburring tool work for the
Oh.
copper?
No, I did not go and get a deburring tool. What I did get, I shall show. Thank you for reminding me that. It was Jim Frozen. Let me go get that. I'll show you what the story is. How we're fixing that.
Yeah.
Oh, I ground down this one. This one's probably going to work even better, Fred.
Oh yeah.
I was using this on the.
Oh, the one that fit in the brace and bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just knocked off the corners of that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I'll show you. Here, hold this. What the hell did I do with it? Oh, here they are.
There's some kind of a pop-up on there.
Oh, what?
Something just popped up on the screen and went away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's probably a comment. Okay, so if you remember from our old thing, Freddie was messing around with it and just destroyed the crap out of this thing.
Yeah, that was the carbon.
That was the carbon, where it just fit in there just right. It kind of like would wedge in it. It was dangerous. So what we're trying to do is to get this burr off of here, because the end result is going to be a crimp to be able to fit rope through here.
A ferrule crimp.
So we hold, and then we got this bad boy here. Hold it nice and tight. That other one worked better. This one's a little rough too. Let me show you the other one.
That's fine.
That's not, I don't know though, you know, you want it pretty smooth.
You can't wiggle it as much because you're eating away too much of the copper. You just want to go in there and go out.
This is the one. Ah, Freddie had another find. I don't know where was that drill bit find?
That was in the storage thing, in the container.
That was another good find. All right, so now I got this one. This is a little different one.
Don't wiggle.
That's the one. Oop,
Yeah.
opposed to this one. This one's a little rough. That was from the other one. And it's just a whoop and done.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's perfect.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
It just gives it just that little bit of a burr, but it doesn't make it a cookie cutter,
Yeah,
and the rope is going to fly through.
It's not going to catch.
So what do we do with that, you ask? All right, here's what it's going to be made into. There's another thing we figured out this year. This is a big one too, man, because you're going to grow 1,000,000 oysters. You need 1,000 of these. 1,000. That's what we're making out of that copper pipe. A sleeve, and it goes right in the middle. And then you crimp it down with our other homemade tool. Again, what would you like to see? A homemade tool? I shall show. Let me turn this around. Boom. The homemade tool. Right there. Uh-oh, what? I lost stream?
No, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, boy, Freddie.
I gotta get back.
Oh, yay. I gotta help him. We gotta get Freddie. Freddie does pretty well for the age that Freddie is. Freddie turned 70, I'll have you know. For the age that he is, he does pretty good with the navigation of the computer and the new age shit for what he does, for who he is. He reminds me of my father. He's not giving up, man.
Well, this is out of my league.
This one's out of your league, Fred?
Yeah.
All right. What are we looking to get back to the show, right?
Yeah.
This should be it, I think. Yeah, there we go. Oh, my ass is showing. Sorry, guys.
Easy.
There you go. All right, so what do you want? Got anything? Oh, we got one more thing to show you, don't we?
My car.
The car.
My
So
parade car.
today is the
St. Patrick's Day Parade
West Hampton Beaches,
at 12 o'clock.
high noon. Grand Marshal,
Don't know.
Aram Turchin
Oh, God.
from the from the Mauritius Bay Project.
No comment.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Yep. He's a great guy.
And Fred is going to go drive one of his cars
In the parade.
in the parade. What is it? You think he's going to drive one of these fancy ass? Blah, 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 blah. No. Nope. He's not. He's going original. He's going old school. He's going with a
1931 Model A two-door sedan. Unrestored.
all original. Would you like to go see it? Come on.
That's easy. We can check it out.
I'm going to go handheld.
Handheld?
I'm going to go handheld. I'm going to get rid of this tripod. Boom. I shall. I don't think I'm going to see him, Jimmy. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of Dodge. I don't do this parade gig anymore, man.
It's nice out.
Oh, it's going to be a beautiful day for the parade. Yeah. Oh, Frederick, that is beautiful. Winnie's in there. A little guest appearance of the Win.
There you go. Come on, Win.
Win. Say hello, Win. Y'all go, boy. Y'all go, boy. Yeah. All right.
There we go.
There it is.
31 Ford, unrestored, Model A. Original upholstery.
Is it really?
Yeah. All original upholstery.
How do you know?
Because it is. Factory Ford upholstery.
Okay. I'm gonna,
All the inside, door panels, seats, everything.
really?
Yep.
That's a Model A.
Yeah, it is. The bird came off Judge Medina's limo.
She's cool. Oh, really?
Everywhere this car goes, they photograph the hood on it.
Really?
Yep.
Needs a Tommy gun.
It does. It has one, but we had to send it to Tennessee.
But Cuomo don't like him. Cuomo's afraid of him.
That thing is wicked. Wicked, man. That is nice. I like to, because I am an original guy, I'm not one of those hot rod jokers. I really, let's see underneath, man. I really don't like the hot rods. I mean, they're cool. I could admire them and I respect them, but it is not my choice. This is more my choice, by far. Oh yeah, that's the Model A motor.
It is. Nice road draft tube on it.
And the purpose of that is?
Take the fumes out of the crankcase and blow them out underneath the car so they don't come into the passenger compartment. You know how you smell it sometimes coming in?
Okay.
That eliminates that. Road draft tube.
Road draft tube. So what happens is the air going underneath siphons almost acts like a siphon, a suction right out of the crankcase. So it's an oil breather. It's a fancy oil breather is what it is.
Yeah, and when you want to fill the oil up, you just go like that. It's a road draft tube.
I never heard of it. I understand the total concept now that I see it and whatnot, and I totally understand what it does. I think that is wicked.
It was an accessory for
no kidding.
Oh yeah, Ford accessory. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. We need to get one. I got one probably for yours. Have to look around.
All right.
There you have it.
There you have it, folks. A windshield wiper. Is that electric or is that vacuum? That isn't vacuum.
Vacuum.
Oh, it is vacuum.
Vacuum.
Explain to the viewers how that works, Frederick, with the baling wire on there.
It keeps it up out of the way.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
When you're going fast, the wind.
Wind flops it a little bit? So vacuum pressure, Fred, how does that work?
The motor creates manifold vacuum.
From sucking in?
From the pistons going down, pulling the vacuum.
Right.
And then it's tapped off of the manifold, the vacuum, and then it runs through a hose up to into there, and then it works on suction. It makes a flapper move back and forth inside of it. There's a flapper in there.
Once it sucks it far enough past the flap, then it lets it loose and it goes back.
And then it goes to the other side.
The faster the engine goes, the faster the windshield wiper runs. Pretty much. That was going to be my next question. Fred, are they reliable, Fred?
No, they don't work. But in New York State, if the windshield is drilled for the wiper, it has to be on the car to be inspected.
Uh-oh, I'm illegal.
If the windshield is not drilled, you don't need the wiper.
Well, you can have a hand crank on. Yeah, I got a hand crank.
But if you have a hole in the windshield frame, technically, you have to have a wiper. So in other words, the car came with it, you have to have it.
Okay.
Right. If you don't have the hole, you don't have to have it.
Back to the cave.
Yeah, so there we go.
The Wheezy's looking good. Wheezy's going to get a bottom paint here coming on in the drink. We got some cages I got to have here. All right. So I guess that's about it. That rounds it up for this week's show. Turn this bad boy around. I don't know. Went for a while today. 37 minutes. Holy smokes! I was on a preaching wagon there for a little bit. That was kind of bad. I was sorry in the beginning there, guys. I didn't, might have been a little boring there. But I got to keep you guys up to date because a lot of guys are watching because they're also starting out in their oyster farm, like AJ and Marcus. Hats off to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Keep up the good work. What else you got? Jimmy Payton sounds like Jimmy Payton knows Aaron. That's cool. It's amazing the small world we have. The views and whatnot and where we're going with the channel, I really appreciate all of you guys. You guys is what makes us tick. We just want to share. We like sharing stuff that other people of the same interests like. And some of the stuff that we share is, some of it's old, some of it's new, some of it is cutting edge, some of it is so ancient that it's beyond us. Right. That's what we'd like to do. We have a great time. If you like what you see,
Thumbs up.
Please give us a little thumbs up. The stickers and the transfers, iron-on transfers, I'll give you more about that tomorrow maybe, or next week. But we got some iron-on transfers. I'll have a new update for you on what's going on with the t-shirts and what sizes and what kinds. And, again, if you guys would like to order something, and we'll work it out. Again, Tony's got to get better. She's without a commission. This is, I'm going to, don't tell anybody. I'm going to push this to her. And have her handle it because it's a nice inside. It's easy. It's a dry job. It's just I got too many other things I got to do outside and hands-on stuff. So we got to push some of that to her. I hope she's going to be all right with that, which I'm sure she is. She's a team player. If you like what you saw, please give us a thumbs up. If you like what you saw and you're not a subscriber yet, I strongly recommend that you subscribe because the first 1,000 is probably getting a free membership to our Payathon. All right? Just letting you know. Maybe it's the first 1,500. Whenever I'm ready to give that Payathon an action, whoever is a subscriber at that moment is free for 1 year. I think that's a fair deal. All right? $1 a month, that's $12 for the whole year for a subscription. I don't think is. I'm starting to, obviously, you see I'm starting to prep this Payathon thing. So please subscribe. We got to get going. We got to get that subscriber push. I'm going to get some more vlogs going. And I appreciate you because you guys make us tick. Really, I love you guys. Bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for tuning in. I enjoy it. Hope you do too. Frederick, you got anything else? Signing off? You good?
I'm done.
Have a good parade. Be safe. Enjoy yourself.
Yep.
I ain't going to no parade. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, each and every week, Saturday, 10 a.m. live, New York time. We are the Happy Oyster. Don't forget to rate, comment, and/or subscribe. And my final words, eat me! See ya!